Own your past. Okay? Some of y'all are carrying shame, guilt, and pain from things that you did in your past when you were as a young teenager or a young adult. I would say before the age of 25. Now I know some of y'all did things in your mid-20s as well. However, a lot of the shame is being carried in your tissues from before the age of 25. Listen, you're shining now. You are a different person than that person. You did. There's not a lot of people around here that didn't wild out when they were young, when they were teenagers. I know I did. But it made me the person I am now. See, it's not about what you did in the past. It's about who you are right now. What are you doing to contribute to your community, to the collective, the human family collective right now? You see, it's a lot of people that have a shady past. All right, but it's the past. And it's what you learned from that past that made you who you are now. If you are shining bright right now and you're doing some wonderful things, maybe you've come into your own spiritual benevolent gifts and you're sharing those gifts to the world, and you got people that's jealous about that or envious of that because they see you, they see your light. You see, you were a chosen one when you were young, and you went through all those things for a reason, and only you know that reason. Okay? And you also inherited some things from your parents, and it had to play out like that. Now, if you killed somebody other than self-defense, you're really carrying some guilt and shame. All right? And you need to forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for that, especially if you are not that person. Maybe you were a part of something and that was your initiation, or you know, you thought that something you had to do because you was a part of some type of group or whatever. And that was something that you had to do, but you no longer that person. Maybe you robbed a store. And so you got people bringing up your past, right? It's people bringing, oh, you shouldn't talk to him. He was in jail. He did 6 years in jail. Girl, I wouldn't talk to him. He'd been in jail. You know, or I remember him when he was a teenager, you know, he did this, he did that. Or, you know, dude is a hoe. He been a hoe. But they don't know you now. You know, or she was a hoe. You know, or she was a stripper. Or she, you know, was with dude and, you know, they was robbing people. And she been to jail. Dude, don't talk to her. She a jailbird. Don't talk to her. And right now, you a counselor. You know, you a tarot reader. You a seer. You a healer. You see? Because you went through all those things which activated your gifts. You had to go through that because of your environment, because of whatever the reason may be. You see? But it activated your gift. You went through some abuse in your life. Know within yourself, accept all of you. Good, bad, ugly, whatever. Accept all of that and learn from the parts of you that maybe did some things when you was a teenager. What did you learn from that? What caused you to do that? Go to the root of it. Go deep. You see? Forget about what these people is talking about, the people that's talking about your past. Let them, if you find that out, let them know that's your past. It don't belong to you. I didn't give it to you. I didn't give you my past. What you doing with it? Give it back, because it's mine. I did that. I own that. I own that past. And yes, I did that. And bitch, I'm not ashamed. Let them know that. Especially you ones with your spiritual gifts, your benevolent ones. See, a lot of us ones with our benevolent gifts is what I like to say. We went through a lot of stuff. We did a lot of stuff because we had to see a lot of things so we can relate to anybody on their level. Because we've experienced the depth of good, the depth of the depth of evil. You know, we probably was evil once upon a time ourselves. You know? And so all of that made up who you are now. And that's why you can shine bright right now. That's why you can relate to people right now. That's why you can heal people right now. And that's not taken away from those who haven't gone through things. But if you notice, a lot of people with spiritual gifts, they've been through a lot. And those gifts got activated. You see? Those gifts got activated. You know? I can look at a person and I pretty much would know if they are a child molester or not, because I was molested. I know the little nuances. I know the little movements and stuff, the facial expressions, the eyes. I can tell you that is the gift that was activated in me. And because I was able to move past that, no longer having an emotional attachment to what happened to me, I'm able to heal others from that. You see? And other traumas. You see? So, you know, the people bringing up your past, oh, she did this and did that, or whatever, it's because of envy and jealousy. And they are attempting to take something away from you. And see, what happens is, them putting that out there, whoever they talking to, it's going to come right back on them, because they got a past too. But they ain't thinking about their past. They pulling yours off the shelf without your permission. So don't let anybody shame you of your past. The only thing you need to do is heal from it. Get it from your tissue so that you no longer have the shame and guilt, because that's an emotion. So you still having an emotional attachment to that, to that past, to whatever you did in the past. You know, as long as you wasn't molesting children and you wasn't just mass murdering people or, you know, something like that, forgive yourself. Because listen, I'm not one of those. There's certain things that are just not forgivable, in my opinion. It's just not. And molesting children is one of them. That's a child, you know. You know, just outright torturing animals, you know, like a cat or a dog or something like that. Like, that's why you, that's, you know, you're evil. And also, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to those who went through things in their life, who did things in their life just out of just being young and dumb, you know, not thinking. That's what that means. Not thinking. Okay? And so you did some things, but you learned from all that. And now you working with children. You know, you might be a coach or what have you. You know, you got your skills going on. You a gardener or whatever. You was not that person. And you can school young people coming up. You can see when a young person is getting, you know, making some moves that may not be beneficial to them. You're able to school them, you see. So, you know, like my brother would tell me, have a fuck it attitude. Like, fuck them people that's talking about you, for real. And, you know, live your life. Keep shining bright. Keep shining bright. Get the help that you need. If not from me, get it from somebody. You know, you can start with attending my life-changing free workshop at the website, UMasteryLLC.com. You can start there. And then you can move on to somebody else. That's not going to bother me. As long as you get the help. Just get the help that you need so that you no longer have an emotional attachment to that emotion, to the shame of what it is that you did when you was a teenager, baby. Because everybody wilded out when they was young. Damn near everybody did. Have something that they did, some stupid shit they did. And it may last a year or 2 years in their life or whatever. But you learned a lot from that. You learned a lot about who you are. And it made you who you are right now. My past made me the great mother I am now. My past and things that happened to me is what activated my spiritual gifts right now. And my benevolent team is with me, guiding me and protecting me and showing me things. You see? So release all of that. I just had to come on here and tell y'all that I love you. And because I'm overflowing with love for myself. And I'll see you later, okay?